Today, everything was red. It was a bloodbath today in the stock market, but we still made some money, right? Well, we had the potential to make some money. I didn't post this one because I was just playing around trying to see how things would move today, and I really could have made a lot of money. However, I am out of day trades, sadly, but I may share it with you anyway. So before we get too deep into it, you guys like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I make videos. All right, let's get to it. All right, the S&P 500 is down 1.77% for today. The Dow is down 1.34% for today. And the Nasdaq is down 2.57%. We are getting beat down, y'all. Beat down, and it's crazy. It's really nothing we can do to bring it back. So what we can do though is we continue to make money on the way down, and that's what I'm going to show y'all around closer to the end of this video than the beginning. But still, we got to make sure we get it right. So I'm getting that ready for you now. But total, even in the after hours, the S&P 500 continued to come down by another 0.73%, right? And we're gonna check out the Dow because it continued to come down. Actually, I'm gonna pull it up over here, right? So the Dow is currently down 1.48% in the after hours. The S&P 500 down 1.60%, and the Nasdaq is down a total of 2.02%. So these markets are constantly getting beat down. We really right now we have making it hard to win. It is hard to win right now, but we can make money on the way down, right? That's why we have our put options and things of that nature. The Russell 2000 down 1.82%. And I want to show you guys this because, again, it's good to know. Now, seeing how heavy and how hard most of these have come down, we have to be aware and be very cautious with tomorrow because they may have found their bottom on today. But even when we thought we found a bottom at one point today, things started to look like they were going to turn around. They came down even further. So you got to be careful. You got to know how to read your trends, and you just got to, play it safe sometimes, especially right now with all the bad news. So on the screen here, I have one right here that I did, and again, this is just me playing on my watch list on Robinhood. So if you see it here, you should see I could have made a possible 223, and I do believe again it's going to continue to come down during the after hours, so it's even more potential than what you see here. And this is just one I traded. I was looking at it and I was like, So I saw it at about 2 o'clock. No, this is actually earlier. I actually saw this earlier in the day than this. So I was watching it, and I want to say I got it at a really good price. It was $4.17, and it was earlier in the day, and I was watching it. I thought it was about to go back up, and I was like, it looked like it's turning around, but it's not. Something's not right. So I added this to my watch list, and I was going to execute it because I saw it coming down and make some profit, but I realized I was out of day trade. So at that point, I was like, do I really want to risk having to hold this until tomorrow? Which, looking at this, it seems like I should have, because I potentially could make $300 tomorrow, especially seeing that it's continued to go down in the after hours. I really wouldn't have lost any profits out of this one, but it's okay, right? You win some, you lose some. I made $200 of the day. I got in and got out of it. Hopefully I should have some more day trades by Thursday, I believe. So tomorrow, I believe. So that'll be fine. We'll make up for it what we missed here on tomorrow, or maybe another day. We're not in a rush, right? We're just trying to make sure we have that slow, consistent gains. On top of that, let's look at some things that's hit our buy range, right? So let's look at, y'all know the foundation companies we've been talking about. We have BTI, Goldman Sachs, we got Morgan Stanley as an option, Wells Fargo, Bank of America as an option, Apple, Tesla, Microsoft, SoFi, and again, these ones down here that say high, these are high, right? So that means they're not really foundation, but there's some high growth plays that we can get into and kind of be ready for if they get under our price. And I've also changed our entry prices to kind of match the market. Now, the one that I really want to talk about today is Microsoft. Microsoft is sitting at 280. And Tesla, actually. Microsoft and Tesla. Microsoft is sitting at 280 right now. Let's check it out. Let's check it out to be sure. Microsoft. Am I doing it wrong? Microsoft. MSFT. Microsoft. So we got Microsoft right here, currently sitting at 278. 278 in the aftermarket. So in the after hours, right? And my new price was 295. So I'm definitely gonna start the nibbling here, and I'll add my price here tomorrow. But you guys also see some of these companies that I'm already in. I'm already averaged in, and I'm high prices, right? So that means I'll be probably averaging down in these first to bring my averages down. And you see here, I had already been buying PayPal, bringing that average down. Because I started at originally $208 average. I brought it down about $20 right now, plus. And even then, I have companies like Apple I'm going to bring down. My VTI I'm going to bring down. My Goldman Sachs. I plan on bringing all those averages down by continuing to buy into this dip and just continue to add on. But definitely we want to get into these because these are the ones, if you pay attention to them, they're not dropping too hot and too hard. These are why these are foundation plays, but also pay attention to the percentages. So you do not want to go all in on any of these, right? Unless it's going to be VTI in this market. If you just want to play it 100% safe in this market, you go 100% VTI. Don't worry about any of the rest of these, right? But if you want to see a little more growth, then this year may be a 5% gain year for people who just invest in the ETF. But again, even in this market, y'all, I'm telling y'all, I'm shooting for 50 to 100% of my money. And we'll see the results by day 365, right? We'll see those results. But as of right now, for sure, two of them that's on my list for tomorrow, it's going to be Microsoft and Tesla. Now, let's not forget, I already own Tesla at an average of about $600 in one of my other investing accounts. But if I see it come down to $700, I'm going to put it into this high growth account that I'm shooting for. And we got to roll with it. Microsoft, I'm going to definitely dollar cost average into it. We dollar cost averaging into all of these just to be clear, because right now we don't know how far down they can come. However, we do know that they will return, and that these are prices that's really deals. They really are deals as far as what people have been paying for them, as far as on the 50-day moving average, the 100-day moving average, and the 200-day moving average. We're getting a really good deal on many of these prices. And I expect to see them return, I'm hoping by year's end. Now, if not, I'm still a long-term investor. These are my long-term plays. And I'm going to continue to use my cash to kind of cover any losses that I make throughout this year. Let's look at crypto. Crypto came back down today, right? I mean, it had been making a nice little run for a couple days despite everything else. And the bad news from Russia, crypto was still kind of moving up and teetering the line. But now they seem to make their downfall as well. We got Bitcoin here down 6.52%, Ethereum down 7.23%, Binance Coin down 7.48%, Cardano down 9.44%, Crow down 6.69%, Shiba finally coming back down a little bit more, 6.12%, Doge at 8.08%, and Luna, I think that's an 8.56%. 0.25% actually. It came down the least amount. And we have our two metaverse plays. Mana down 9.57%, and Sandbox down 9%, 11.53% actually. So these things may be coming down, but we should have already bought them, I want to say, around this range in the first place. One thing I kind of wanted to talk about today is also just looking at, let's see how far down have we come. Are we in that correction territory? Are we in a correction or crash or what? So right now the SP 500 over the past 3 months, right? The past 3 months, that puts us back in November. It is currently down 9.88%. 9.88%. So we definitely didn't hit the correction, right? That 10%, we've hit the correction, especially on the 3 month, at least as compared to the 3 months. Let's see. We're down 7.40% on the Dow, and that's not even up from the high side. Let's check out a year ago. We actually up from a year ago. But from the high side, I wonder. Still not very low, right? Still not getting beat down too bad on the Dow. But from the high right here of 3.67%, I want to say we're probably down about 8% total from the high in the past 3 months. And we got to check out this last one, the NASDAQ, right? So we really are in that correction territory. We are in that correction territory, almost to a crash. And the NASDAQ is down 17.77% in the past 3 months, almost 20%. So tech plays are definitely getting beat down. The entire market is getting beat down. And really, what do? We continue to dollar cost average into these plays. We continue to hold for the long term, and we continue to invest smartly, right? We're going to invest wise, because the thing that we're doing this for, we're doing this for generational wealth. I mean, many of you, hopefully you have a 401k, hopefully you have some form of savings, hopefully you have, and you have your invested, right? So again, for me, I use my savings and I invest them. Now I also have my 6 months to a year put aside for living. If anything were to happen to me, I can live for probably up to a year plus. Also, I have my investment account on the side. So you got to make sure you have those things set up and ready for times like this, right? So we continue to, as we get paid, as we continue through all the high gas prices, the inflation, high food, high clothing, everything's going up, right? And we're still getting paid less. As we go through these times, it's good to make sure that you have a well established financial plan, a financial goal as far as your savings, your investment, and your day-to-day spending. So hopefully you guys have all of that, and we can continue to try and make money for this as far as generational wealth. I mean, whatever you put in here, it's not for today, because we're not going to get rich tomorrow, right? But the goal is to at least make more in our investments than we are, just sitting it on the side, especially in a savings account. So we're going to make sure we keep adding our dry powder. So Friday is coming up for many of you. Make sure you add some dry powder to your accounts, right? Don't forget that. Our wealthy word of the week. And we're going to continue to play these options. Hopefully I'll get me a day trade back, and I'll post it on my IG or my Facebook for y'all. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank y'all for joining the journey to become wealthy. Y'all have a good night.